Alright, hey guys, Bibzuda here, back again for some more of the hardcore S Plus walkthrough for Resident Evil 4 Remake. We're going to be doing Chapter 5 here, the first chapter with Ashley, and this chapter is sponsored by Ashley's armor suit, because, like I said at the beginning of this, you definitely want to have the Ashley armor suit just to make things about a million times easier whenever you have Ashley with you. If you don't have it, you need to complete hardcore in under 10 hours, and it can be done on New Game Plus. So it's honestly very easy, especially if you do a playthrough or two to get the infinite rocket launcher. Then you can beat the game in like 2.5 hours pretty easily on any difficulty. So definitely would recommend getting this beforehand. If you don't want to use it for whatever reason, or you don't want to get it, then it'll be much more annoying, and you'll have to babysit Ashley whenever she gets grabbed by an enemy. And you also can't, like, throw a grenade into a group where she's nearby, things like that. So again, highly recommend you get that armor suit for Ashley before doing this. But yeah, in the church there, just make sure to go back into her room to grab the yellow diamond, and then go up, loot everything in the attic, and jump down. There's a flashbang up there where you jump down, and these two items over here, because we didn't come back here earlier to loot them. So grab them now, and then you need to move this bookcase. And basically, I just run a fairly standard, straightforward route through this graveyard. And even if you don't have the armor suit, you can still do this, because it should be possible to avoid Ashley getting grabbed, as long as you shotgun this one guy that I shotgun right here with the torch, because this guy loves to grab Ashley. He'll always go for her. So I just shotgun him onto the floor and then continue running. And as you can see, she'll be fine all the way. We're just going to run straight through here. And have no issues. So that part's pretty easy, even without the armor suit. Just be careful of that one guy who has the torch, who loves to who loves to grab her. You can go ahead and shotgun him. This chapter is probably one of the hardest chapters, honestly, in the whole game, because it has the big house fight. So you'll probably have to redo this one a few times. I would recommend making sure you have your save at the very beginning of the chapter, just in case the timer can be a little bit weird. Just make sure you check it every time you're redoing an attempt to make sure it hasn't increased from your prior attempt somehow. I have found that can happen. I went ahead and inlaid gems into the butterfly lamp and the bangle, and I'm selling off my submachine gun ammo, bolts, and attachable mines here, because I, again, want to get as many upgrades as I can for this big and difficult fight. So I pretty much pump all my money into the Red 9 after repairing my knife. I really like the Red 9. I think it's a great pistol, and honestly, it's not that great right now, but once you get the stock, it is honestly so much better. So yeah, go through the church there or whatever and loot. This guy, do not shoot this guy. Whatever you do, go ahead and block him, parry him, whatever you need to do. Don't shoot him, because if you do, there will be a very big and scary cowman and several ganados waiting for you at that door and blocking the door and preventing you from getting out. Can be very annoying, and yeah, just don't shoot that guy, or they will be alerted and come there. If you don't shoot him, then it won't happen. Right there you see Ashley got grabbed because she's useless. However, thanks once again to that oh so valuable armor set, she is immediately dropped, and you can just ignore that happening to her. I kind of lurk around and wait for Ashley to get closer, because although she has the armor suit, if you do leave her too far behind, she can just you'll just lose. It'll just game over, and she'll be carried away even though she's in the armor set. But once she's like in the second floor of the house, or at least decently far into the house, you can come up here and push open the doors to the farm. And right once you pass the threshold, everybody in the village will de-aggro, and then as you can see, Ashley comes sprinting up the hill there, hiding her face from the rain and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do there. You can easily lose their aggro, and then I'm pretty sure they don't even try to grab Ashley anymore at that point. Here for the farm, it's a pretty easy route to run. Just grab that loot there, stick to the right-hand side. Sometimes the pigs can get in your way, which is really annoying. I like to hop this fence here to give myself more space around this guy. And then stick to the right-hand side here, and then just cut left right in front of the guy with the cow mask. That's probably the closest he's ever gotten to hitting me, but I've never had him hit me or grab me or anything. Sometimes I actually control you and get grabbed during this, but just you can sort of wait on the bridge and stutter step to avoid attacks while she catches up to you. And here we are at the big house fight. So you want to loot the house as fast as possible. I grabbed the stuff on those two tables prior to pushing this bookshelf into place, and then come over here and board up this window and grab the green herb. Then I go up to the second floor and loot up there really quick, and then come back down and grab the rest of the stuff on the ground floor. Like I said, this is very difficult. It might take you multiple tries to get this completed, but yeah, I have some general tips and strategies that I like to go by. So once you've looted the entire house, I recommend going back and sort of chilling on the staircase here. And there's this gap that is really nice to shoot from, where you can see most of it. However, a lot of the time people do like to sneak underneath where you can see there and like catch you on the side when you're not ready. And there's also this little gap right there to your left, which that lady in particular loves to try to throw hatchets through. So kind of try and stay next to that wood that's on the, you know, that's blocking it. That's like right next to the railing. Like stay right around this area to avoid those hatchets, and just sort of post up here and shoot people down. Whenever they are writhing on the floor, do try to get the stab on them, but don't like risk your life for it. If there's like 3 guys down there and one of them you shoot down and it starts writhing, just let him, you know, get back up or do whatever he's going to do, because there's not much you can do about it. Of course, making use of any melee that you're able to trigger by shooting them in the head is very, very useful. And yeah, I mostly stick with the Red 9 when I'm up on the stairs here, but if anyone gets too close, don't be afraid to whip out that shotgun and blast them away, as that is, you know, very important to do. And sometimes you may, you know, there may be too many people and you may get pushed back and have to go up the stairs a bit. If you ever do go too far up the stairs, just be very careful, because people will climb that ladder, which is right there to my left currently at the bottom of the stairs, and they will climb up there and try and flank you. So if you end up getting pushed too far up the stairs, do watch out for that. I go ahead and throw this flashbang here, and I still get snagged by that Plaga, which was really annoying. But if you don't know, the flashbangs obviously instant kill the Plagas, but they also instant kill anybody who has stood back up from writhing on the ground and has like the, you know, the bent neck position. They do kill those people as well. There was one of them on the ground, which is why I threw that flashbang for that and the Plaga. And this is happening once again. Now there's a person writhing on the ground and then the Plaga, so I go ahead and chuck another flashbang. Flashbang is very, very precious and important to have a bunch of whenever you can. And then eventually, as you kill the enemies here, eventually 2 of them will drop wooden planks. I just kind of waited until they were both on the ground there, and you can use those to patch up the 2 windows down here to prevent them from coming in down here anymore. You can use this time to loot. I pretty much only got pesetas on the ground, which is kind of unlucky, I think. But at some point, and this guy was just sprinting at me, so I had to whip out the shotgun on him. I didn't want to get grabbed. But at some point, you'll get this little cutscene where they put a ladder into the upstairs window, and Luis will say, "Let's go upstairs, come on." Don't listen to him. I don't think going upstairs is a good idea at all. Personally, I mean, you can try your own strategies if you want, and look at me just potato aim there. Absolutely terrible, and I get grabbed. That was just embarrassing. Don't miss all your bullets. That's my best tip I have for you in this fight. But yeah, a lot of the time these people will be like all weird in here, really annoying. Sometimes it can be inconsistent with the knife prompt, and I guess I got there like a fraction of a second too late, which is pretty bad. But that guy decides he's not interested in me. He's going to climb the ladder. Like I was going to say, a lot of times these people will just have like a fixation on going upstairs and trying to get Luis, even though they just jumped down here to try and get you. So that can be beneficial to you when they sort of just ignore you and go upstairs. Thankfully, I still had iframes from my kick to avoid that shovel hit. But yeah, I kind of just post up in this back left corner here, because they will continually jump over the railing in those 2 spots that they've been doing. And you can just shoot them from there. And it's pretty safe because there's nowhere they're going to flank you from. And eventually, the cow guy will break open the window to my right here. And this is where it gets really dangerous. And I have a lot of grenades from you know, the previous chapters, so this is a place I like to use them. And also a lot of shotgun shells that I try to pump into this the cow guy to prevent him from killing me. And usually, in my experience, although you don't have to kill the cow guy, if you do, it will pretty much end very shortly after that. That's how it's happened in my experience. I get grabbed here, need to use some health. Again, this is easily the most dangerous part whenever this guy comes, so I toss another grenade down there. And I really would recommend that you try to avoid at all costs actually going upstairs, because once you're up there, they can come from every direction, especially now that the window down here is open, and they can come in from down here, climb up the ladder, go up the stairs, flank you in every which way. This guy does the spinning attack. Just be prepared to press E to dodge that. But yeah, try to avoid going all the way upstairs. I kind of have to do it here, but I decide that I think this guy's low enough health that I can probably make a stand here and finish him off. And I do there with that shotgun blast right when I get flanked from behind from the person upstairs. Manage to block that knife strike, run over here to try to make some distance, and it ends. And that's the end of the chapter. So a lot of improvisation required for that village or that cabin fight. A little under 10 minutes on the chapter time. Again, very, very difficult, and I would highly recommend that you make sure you have the save at the beginning so you can retry it if needed. Getting to the cabin fight is pretty consistent with the methods I did to get past those enemies in the village and in the church grounds and the farm. But if you don't have the Ashley armor suit, obviously that will be a little bit harder. Just try and stick closer to her, and if anyone gets close, make use of your shotgun. I do have obviously quite a lot of excess ammo, and I was saving a lot of that for this fight and also for the Mendez boss fight coming up in the next chapter. But you can definitely expend some of that and craft more if you need or anything like that if you are rocking without the armor suit for whatever reason. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. That's the best tips I can give. Post up on the stairs in that decent spot there for the first half where they're coming in downstairs, and shoot with your red 9 through that gap. That is very nice to have a vantage point on. Anyone gets up too close, pop your shotgun on them. If there's 2 or more Plagas plus people with the bent neck or writhing on the ground, chuck one of your flashbangs if you have them. I think it's worth it at that point. And yeah, in the second half, just try and stand in that corner near the door and shoot the people as they jump down from above. And then when the cow guy comes in the window, it really all hell breaks loose right there pretty much. So just try and do your best. Utilize grenades if you have them. Shotgun him as much as you can. Try and take him down, because in my experience, and I've done this cabin fight quite a few times, and whenever I'm not using one of the power weapons to make it a joke, it seems like whenever you kill him, it will end very shortly thereafter. But if you don't want to kill him, you can just try to avoid him, and you don't have to kill him, as far as I understand it. I've had it end without killing him before. But he's really, really fast, and his attacks have massive AoE with that huge hammer, so it's pretty difficult to get away from him if you're going that route. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. I hope this helps you guys out on the Hardcore S+ attempts, and I will see you guys for the next chapter, which is quite difficult as well, considering we have to contend with the Bella sisters and Chief Mendez all in the one chapter. So I'll see you guys for that, and yeah, thanks for watching.